My name is Christina Kallas. I'm a Greek writer-director based in New York, previously in Berlin, and I was the FSE president from 2006 to 2013. I have written a number of feature films, such as The Commissioner, starring John Hurt, which was in the main competition of the Berlin International Film Festival. The more recent films, 42 Seconds of Happiness, The Rainbow Experiment, and my upcoming film, Paris is in Harlem, all three were shot in New York, and I also directed them. And I have also written for TV shows such as Stock and Danny Lovinsky, which were both, they received a number of awards and were remade in several European countries. I think as filmmakers and as screenwriters specifically, we have a huge responsibility about the kind of stories we put out in the world and the way they are told. Just to give you an example, I believe that there is a shift that is happening in the last few years away from single protagonist stories to multiple protagonist stories and multiple perspective stories. And that this is a very important shift as it influences also the way we perceive reality. The world has moved on or is moving on, but the system is stuck in the past. So this whole idea of the nationality of a film, the nationality of a story is long something that is not actual anymore. Creation is borderless. I think that borders are a thing of the past. I think that we all have several backgrounds, several national backgrounds and cultural backgrounds, and that we need to celebrate our diversity. For as long as the medium exists, we were stuck in an inclusion crisis, which means that we are seeing the world through the eyes of a very small percentage of the human population. Now, one could argue that there is some progress in the recent years in the fact that through movements or through events, but are we doing enough, or are we dragging our feet in what seems to be more important than we ever thought, not only for the misrepresented groups of the population, which is in fact the majority, if you put us all together, but for society as a whole? And can we change the present and the future without rethinking the past? It seems to me that that is exactly what we are doing right now in the last few years. We are trying to figure out the past. We're trying to understand it. We're trying to make peace with it. What is the one thing that hasn't been addressed yet? In a very tumultuous time, in a time when we are talking about everything, and we are dealing with all the sins of the past. And I think the one big thing, the one big elephant in the room is ageism. I think that we are telling very often very superficial stories which don't go deep enough, which are not existential enough, because there is this idea or the system that really supports first-comers, beginners, and is not there to provide sustainable careers for writers, for directors, for creators. And I think that this is the next thing that we need to address, because just as much as not having enough women storytellers can change our perception of reality, not having storytellers that have an experience of life, that is what I think is the next line to cross.